What's happening, everybody? Today we're at beautiful Pepperdine University, my alma mater. I was here playing basketball from 2014 to 2017. We've got a fun video today, doing a day in the life of a D1 walk-on. We're gonna be highlighting Jay Yoon. One of the best ambassadors of the Pepperdine basketball program of all time. He's an awesome guy. We're gonna be following him around today, going to shoot around, gonna grab some food, and then got a big game tonight against Gonzaga. They're #2 in the nation right now, so we're gonna see how it goes this evening. Looking forward to hanging out with Jay and getting to know him a little bit better. Let's go check out shoot around.
My name is Jay Yoon. I'm from Arcadia, California. I'm a walk-on the Pepperdine men's basketball team, so I'm excited to be here with AJ today. So,
what year are you?
I'm a 4th year senior. Yeah, business admin major.
Nice. And then where are we headed right now? What are we doing?
So tonight we have a game against Gonzaga University, the #2 team in the nation. We're heading over to shoot around at 3 p.m. It's currently like 2:20, so getting here a little early, and then after shoot around is getting prepped for the game at 8 p.m.
Is this a pretty standard like game day routine for you? Show up early?
Yeah, I would say so. I think just kind of like, you know, just get in the gym a little early, getting some shots up, and just seeing like the vibe of the entire place right now.
Awesome.
So yeah. This is the locker room, and some of our boys are in here, so let me introduce you to some of them.
What's good, fellas?
Yeah. Oh, great.
Good to see you, bro. What's up, DJ Solid? Yeah, man. Good to see you, man. Locker room looks a lot nicer than when I was here. This was my locker. My juice got mine. Nice. All right, now we're heading into shoot around. See how it goes for Jay and the boys, getting ready for the Gonzaga Bulldogs. Let's get it.
Let's go, man, let's go. Go on through. Watch me. I'm in. I see. Watch court. Watch me court. Drop. Oh! Corner, I see.
Down. That's not as good as I've seen.
Hey, good work. Come here, man. G.
Right into that. There it is.
6. Let's go, man. Game day.
This is not a bad place to walk out of practice and check it out. Jay, how'd shoot around go today?
Shoot around was cool. Gotta get the guys ready for
Yeah.
practice or the game tonight. Excited for a big one, a huge one.
You're looking good out there, man. Your shot was looking solid.
Oh,
Yeah, we're gonna need a 3-ball from you tonight.
Man, I'm gonna try.
Got to.
I'll opportunity again.
I'll go nuts.
Wow, that'd be awesome.
Can't wait.
This is the trophy room.
Yeah.
But like this is where we kind of like go for a pregame meal.
We're at the beautiful Malibu Country Mart here, grabbing some lunch, dinner, whatever it is before the game with Jay Yoon. Jay, you've been a fantastic ambassador for the Pepperdine program. What has Pepperdine basketball meant to you as a student athlete?
I think like coming in freshman year, just being a walk-on and having to kind of adjust to like the whole college life, adjusting to teammates, the like campus and everything. It was like a new beginning, new start, and just kind of being like one of the very few, I guess, like Asian Americans, like basketball players at like this level in the country. I think that I held that to a high regard in the sense that like, man, I feel like a lot of eyes are on me, but also so I have to like, there's a lot that I have to give, but also at the same time just being like so grateful of being blessed with this opportunity to even like be out where I am at a beautiful campus like this.
As an Asian American basketball player, I saw recently the Linsanity. It was like, I don't know if it was like a 10-year.
Yeah, like 10-year anniversary.
10-year anniversary. Was he someone you were looking up to as a young kid? Of like, this is a huge inspiration.
Yeah, for sure. I think it was like 10 years, so like 2012. I wasn't even really that big on basketball back then, and it like didn't even come that much of a surprise to me that an Asian was in the league until like, wow, like, this is like some like impossible feat almost, right? Like a very like high accolade within the Asian community, not just like the Chinese Taiwanese community, but like seeing him just kind of perform at a high level and just being able to compete with dudes that are much more athletic than him, faster than him, taller than him, and stronger than him. It was like maybe I can hold my own, but just seeing him do that was like, wow, I could like look up to him. I even like modeling my game after him a little bit, like seeing what he does better than everyone else, seeing how he contributes to the game without being like as athletic or as strong or not being able to jump as high. So I think that was like a pretty big thing.
When he he was coming up, bro, that was one of the coolest times in basketball ever. Like, he came onto the scene, nobody knew about him, and all of a sudden he's hitting game winners.
Yeah, game winner. I think it was just like the opportunity that he was given.
Right.
That's like the biggest thing.
And as being a walk-on, it's all about just finding that opportunity and like understanding your role and knowing how you can help a team in different ways and like always being on the court, right? So in practice and shoot around, like we just saw, your main emphasis is understanding the other team's offense and defense, and implementing that against your own teammates.
Exactly.
How has that perspective like helped you understand the game better?
Yeah, because that was like my first time ever going through it's called the scout team. I'm sure you know that too. It's like, so before a game, we always scout the other team and kind of understanding their offense, their play style, like their personnel. And like every time we have 5 guys on, playing offense against our starters, and it's like we have to kind of emulate we're like kind of tasked like one player, and we kind of have to emulate their offense, and just kind of seeing like the various offenses and seeing how we respond to it. I think that was like the biggest eye-opening thing, like seeing that and see how the X's and O's and how I guess like nitty and gritty it gets, and how like methodical and very detail oriented it is. That put like a whole new perspective for me. Like even just like going off ball screens or like coming off in the help, it was just like everything that came together in a cohesive like unit. Where like it's all necessary, and just being that role, I think I was like really like, even blessed to be a part of that. I knew like coming into college I wasn't gonna adopt a huge like role where I'm gonna be like shooting a lot whenever I'm in the court, but just like coming into practice every day, just kind of being ready like at every opportunity. I think that was like the only thing that kind of like drove me, and like that's one of like the few times like being on scout team where I can actually like showcase what I can do, like kind of shoot whatever I want and just like play my game. Right. So I think that was like a lot of fun.
Because if you get matched up as the other team's best player, then you get the green light of practice to shoot as much as you want. That's great. So like the skills and really the adversity and mindset of being a student athlete and a walk-on in college, how would you say that's prepared you for post-collegiate life, and what are your plans post-collegiate, if you know the answer?
That's a good question. I think all 4 years, like I have like a lot of friends, right, and they're doing various things, different things like business or like bio, like pre-med track, and just like I knew that like my track was kind of different. Like I couldn't do the same thing that everyone was doing because of the time commitment of basketball. Right. It was like first semester, second semester, and like half of the summer. So it was very hard for me to kind of get in the time to like find internships and find like professional opportunities where I can like utilize for like my future like career outside of basketball once the ball stops rolling. But knowing that, I think it was just like important for me to kind of just like connect with a lot of people and just like kind of networking with like my coaches and seeing who they met and like my own like alumni, right, like yourself, and just like the things that everyone's doing now, and just kind of holding that closer to like I guess my chest and like my resources, which is like a big thing. But I think I have like 1 more year of eligibility left, right?
Yeah, that COVID year.
And the COVID year kind of helped me out. So I'm hoping, right, like if God permits, if it's God's will, I think after this year I would love to play somewhere like post grad. Like a lower division school if it may be, or just like anywhere where I can actually compete and kind of show my game, because I feel like I have lots of offers to the game, and we'll see how it goes from there. But my current track right now is kind of like as a business major, kind of doing like product development or product management and like business development as well within like the sports industry. There's like no really concrete I guess role for that, but just kind of entering like the sports industry is I guess like the biggest goal.
Awesome. And you touched on it there just a little bit, that COVID year that you have. What was it like coming in, everything's normal through college, and then all of a sudden you've got this crazy year where guys are getting COVID, travel's different, the season's shut down. What were some of the biggest like adversity takeaways from that, and challenges that you had to face as a team going through something like that?
No, it was a shock, because that was 2020, which was my sophomore year, like 2 years ago. And I think that was as soon as season ended, we were all sent home. And like that entire summer when we were supposed to be working out on campus, we ended up like having to stay home, doing our own workouts, doing our own, like getting into the gym on our own time. Like that next season, we had like great pieces to the game, but we were just like a good team overall. And like just seeing like no fans or no supporters at games or wherever we went, like away home, and just kind of like being the loudest thing on the court being like our shoes squeaking. It was like a whole new like dynamic, a whole new environment, and like having some of our games being put off to rest and postponed because of COVID situations. I think that was like the biggest thing to tackle, and it was like a very big adversity for like the coaches and for the players as well. Being able to navigate through that, I think was like the hardest thing, but I think we got through it really well, and everyone was really careful too. I think we all put great emphasis in what was prioritized, which was like the season and like our well-being, right? So we knew that like while we were on campus, being the only students on campus with other athletes, like we knew what was like needed to like, you know, succeed.
Yeah.
So I think that was like the biggest thing, which was cool.
Thank you for touching on all that. But it being an incredible like ambassador of Pepperdine basketball, what are some of your favorite things about being on campus at Pepperdine, going to Pepperdine in general? I know the classrooms are smaller, you get to be with your professors a little bit more, build that connectivity with your classmates, but you get outside, experience the beach at all. Like, what are your favorite things to do outside of basketball?
You know, Malibu, it's like, to even be able to live here and even being able to say that, I think is just so crazy to me. And the fact that I was here for 4 years, I'm like so grateful for, you know, everything and everyone that's kind of like, it's like led me to this point. And just being just like a part of such a like a close-knit, like as cliche, like as close-knit community with less than 4,000 students. Just like getting to know the faculty and just like going in and out of class. I think that was like the coolest thing, just like being with people that are like me as well, just outside of basketball, is like making friends and making, you know, like core memories that I just like cherish for the rest of my life. And just being able to like walk out of class and seeing the whole ocean view. And literally like LA being 30 minutes away, where it's like not a far drive, and just being so close to my friends from back home, my friends from other campuses, and my teammates. So it was just like, I think everything just kind of fell into place. Which I'm so grateful for. It's
truly like the most beautiful campus in the world. I remember there's days I'm sitting outside Banowski where I stayed my sophomore year. You lived there what year? Freshman year. I'd be doing homework out on the bench above the soccer field, and all of a sudden I'd see whales jumping out of the water, right? Like I'm doing homework, look up, there's whales. It's just beautiful out. It almost feels unreal at times. But got a big game against Gonzaga tonight. How you feeling about going up against the #2 team in the nation?
You know, I'm really excited. You know, it's like not our first matchup with them. We've played them earlier this season. We've played them, you know, the past 3 years because they're in our conference. So we know what to expect and we know who they are. So I think the biggest thing is just like executing our play and playing our way and just like being able to, I guess, like keep the tempo and just playing our own game. I think that's like the biggest thing. And I feel like we have a really good opportunity here.
I know a couple guys on your team have gone down with injuries and kind of in your position as well. So is there a possibility we're going to see you on the court tonight?
I'll always stay ready. I think that's the biggest thing. Obviously, I don't think coaches can make any promises to me, but if my name is called, I think I'll always be ready to, you know, step out on the court. And if that day is today, then, you know, hopefully I can do something, kind of help the team in whatever way that is.
It's important to stay ready, understand your roles in the game, and I'm super excited for tonight and for your future in general, man. I
appreciate it, man.
Super stoked. Make sure to check out this guy on TikTok also. Okay, what do you have, like 200K, 300K on there?
Something like that.
Something like that. Something slight. We're going to eat our lunch, dinner, whatever this is, and get over to the game. What does the pregame routine look like on game day? It's an uncharacteristically late game. It starts at 8 o'clock.
8 p.m., right? So we usually as a team get back on the court around 6:55, and at 7 p.m. that's when we start warming up and doing our own shooting. Right now, anyone can just be on the court and just kind of shoot, which I'm about to go do right now. I'm about to go in and get dressed, come out, get stretched a little bit, shoot, and then 40 minutes we go in, we go to the scout, just crazy rundown. You know?
Awesome. Perfect. And it's game time, baby.
Game time, let's go.
Let's get it, man. Best of luck.
Gonzaga 45, Pepperdine 29.
Kind of surreal. I think those were like the first true minutes I've ever gone in my college career. I think the biggest thing was kind of taking most of my opportunity and just making no mistakes, right? My biggest thing wasn't making shots or anything, but just doing the little things like playing well on defense, rebounding if I had to, make an extra pass. Yeah, that was basically my mindset going into it. It wasn't the easiest matchup obviously with Gonzaga, but kind of just walking in, knowing that my teammates have my back, and I have my teammates back too.
Your first true minutes against the #1 team in the nation. You got a steal, a rebound, an assist, man. Super proud of you. Glad you got to get in there, man. Thanks a ton for letting me spend the day with you.
No, I appreciate it.
Good time, man.